Good morning, children. I hope you all are safe at home. And in our previous class, we have learned about the nervous system. Now we are going to learn about something new. Every day in our life, we use various tools to make our work easy. Tools are nothing but the things which make our work easy in our household activities. For example, we use pair of scissors to cut the paper or cloth. We use tongs while cooking. We use knife for cutting vegetables. So all these are called tools. These tools are nothing but we can call them as machines also. A machines help us to do our work by applying some force. Without applying force, we can't do any sort of work. So in today's class, we are going to learn about simple machines. How simple machines work, are they useful for humans in their day-to-day life? We are going to learn about different types of simple machines such as levers, inclined plane, pulley, wheel and axle, wedges, screw, how they are useful to our day-to-day life. Simple machines are of two types, that is simple machines and complex machines. Simple machines are simple tools that we use in day-to-day life. For example, like scissors, tongs, knife. Complex machines are combination of two or more simple machines. For example, sewing machine, washing machine. These are a combination or a cluster of simple machines. So these are called complex machines. So now let us learn what is the lever. A lever is a simple rod that can turn about a fixed point called fulcrum. As you can see in the picture clearly, the force that we apply on the lever is called the effort. The object to be moved is called the load. Have you ever seen somebody lifting a heavy stone with the rod? Means a person who is lifting a heavy stone with a rod. He places one end of the rod under the stone which is to be lifted under the rod, and the small stone is placed very close to the heavy stone. The small stone acts as a support. A downward force is applied from one end to lift the heavy stone upwards. In this setup, the rod is the lever. The point of the support of the rod where it touches the small stone is called the fulcrum. The stone lifted by the person is the load. The force applied on the other end of the rod is called the effort which the person is trying to keep. A lever helps us to lift or move an object with less effort. So we can't all of a sudden we can't lift the stone without two hands. So when we use this sort of things by using a setup called lever, then we can simply lift the stone. In earlier days, humans used to close and open the entrance of the caves with a big stone, moving the big stone with the hands, rolling it out. But nowadays, tools have make our work very easy. For example, it is easier to take out jam from the bottle with the help of spoon rather trying to do it with our fingers. So this spoon, we can say the spoon is a simple machine here which is helping us to take out the jam without using the fingers. The tools make our work easy. Now let us learn about types of lever. On the basis of the position of the load, effort and the fulcrum, levers are generally of three kinds, that are first class lever, second class lever and the third class lever. So these types of levers are categorized on the basis of the load, fulcrum and the position of the effort. Now let us learn about the different types of levers in detail. First class lever. In this kind of lever, fulcrum is in the center, load acts on the one end and the effort is applied on the other end. So as you can see in the picture, the fulcrum is at the midpoint, the position is stable, load is applied on one end and the force is applied on the other end. The best examples for first class lever are scissors, seesaw, hand pump, beam balance are some of the examples of first class lever. The next one is the second class lever. In this kind of lever, the position of the load is in the center, effort acts at one end and the fulcrum is at the other end. The best examples for second class levers are bottle opener, nutcracker, wheelbarrow. So these are wheelbarrow. These are some of the examples. So second class levers are completely and totally opposite of first class lever. The last and final one is the third class lever. In this kind of lever, effort is applied at the center, load at one end and the fulcrum is at the other end. The best examples for the third class levers are forceps, fire tongs, fishing rods. So as you can see in the picture, the effort is applied in the middle and the load and fulcrum on either sides of the rod. So this is about the levers and types of lever. In the next class we are going to learn about the remaining simple machines, that is inclined plane, pulley, wheel and axle, wedge and the screw gauge. Thank you children. That's all for today's class. Have a great day.